Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? Kempful's folk artist Dennis Ramsey with you today in Kempful, Canada. It's true. Kempful got a snow blizzard. We got about 50 centimeters of snow or so. Please share and subscribe today to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. Thank you. Anyhow, I'm going to tell you a true story. I was in the Dartmouth Mental Hospital for about a year and a half, and this great big Indian tried to strangle me to death. His name was Tommy Lee. I never forgot him. He was off one of the reservations, either Shubenacadie or Melbrook or somewhere. Anyhow, I was walking about the ward, minding my own business, as I always did, and he grabbed me right out of the blue, grabbed me right by the throat, and started choking me. He was a big guy. He would have been about 220, pretty muscular. Anyhow, I'm a little guy. I'm only 5'6.5". Anyhow, he was strangling the death out of me, and he pinned me to the floor and was strangling me. And I said to myself, I got to get back up or I'm done. So I started elbowing him in the eyes and the head. I gave him about 10 elbows, then I got loose and got back on my feet. Then I put the boots to him for a minute or two. And by the time I was done, they had to carry him away on a stretcher. But it was fight or be killed. In the Dartmouth Mental Hospital, patients would fight right out of the blue. They'd up and grab you or kick you or punch you. Anyhow, I spent a year and a half in that hellhole, the Dartmouth Mental Hospital. The food was good, but some of the company was very bad, like Tommy Lee. Please share and subscribe tonight to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. Also spent time in the Shelburne Reform School, and it could be a bad place at times. The gym teacher was Mr. Hardwick. He was a rough old bastard. He was an old sergeant from the army. And he used to give out our physical training or physical fitness at the Shelburne Reform School. Every day he'd make you do about 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups. Then you'd have to run 5 miles every day around the track. They had an outdoor track in the field by the Shelburne Reform School. The best activity he had going for us was playing floor hockey, because I always loved hockey. And I was a half-decent hockey player. I played hockey for the Shelburne Reform School, and I played right wing at the Shelburne rink. We used to play the local teams of Shelburne. I was a pretty good hockey player. I played right wing. Anyhow, most Canadians are good hockey players, and Dennis was a fair hockey player. And I was good at soccer. I played about 6 years of soccer. Anyhow, sports is fun. But at the Shelburne Reform School, you had to participate in the physical ed. And that included 100 push-ups a day, 100 sit-ups every day, running 5 miles a day. They believed in physical training or exercise to shape the minds of reform school inmates like me, Dennis Ramsey. They were trying to make me mentally tough. Tough for the world, or strong, so I would survive the world. Anyhow, Mr. Hardwick was a rough old bastard, and he'd get mad at you. He'd hit you with a floor hockey stick, or hit you with a foreign object, and he'd hit you anywhere from head to toes. And I got nailed a few times, let's put it that way. One of the funniest physical things we did as far as activity goes, we used to throw a medicine ball around, and I don't know if you've ever done that. They're very heavy, and if you get hit the wrong way, they really hurt. They've been known to break bones and leave big bruises and welts. Medicine balls. Anyhow, at the Reform School, we played a lot of dodgeball, hitting each other with balls. You'd get hit from the head to the toes. After you hit the person, they were out, and that's how you got each person out. And the remainder, whoever remained, was the winner. Anyhows, the Shelburne Reform School physical activity was 10 times stronger or tougher than regular school physical ed. Let's put it that way. They were trying to root the boys from the men and make men out of you, or toughen you up, which they did, but at the expense of physical injuries and pain and grief and scrapes and cuts. That all came with it, came with the territory. Anyhow, being in reform school, I turned out to be a professional pool player and ping pong player, because we had ping pong every day and pool every day. But I also keep in mind I played that in several other institutions, ping pong and pool. And I can play ping pong, I'm not bragging, just as good as the people who invented the game, the Chinese, because I played so much ping pong. I was ping pong champ of Schooner Group, which I was in reform school. I was champion at ping pong. Great pool player. I've won trophies playing pool. Anyhows, I was always a half-decent athlete. This is true. In later life, I'd played baseball, boxing, karate, and I played other sports. But I didn't pay for these lessons. Other people paid for my lessons, so I didn't pay a nickel on these sports. That's to be known. Please share and subscribe tonight to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. Thank you. There was a period of time when I was in the Halifax group home that I was taking Taekwondo karate. My teacher was Jim Maloney. He's a master in karate. He's a 5th or 6th degree black belt. He's one of the best karate people in Nova Scotia, Canada. And I sparred with him. And man, when he'd hit you or kick you, he'd knock the damn wind out of you, or set you on your ass with one punch. He had a lot of power behind those hands, Jim Maloney had. He was an Indian from the Shubenacadie Reservation. He taught me Taekwondo. Anyhow, I participated in sports, even though I got the snot kicked out of me many times, and got the wind knocked out of me many times, and scrapes and cuts and all that jazz that go with the sports. Please share and subscribe tonight to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. I do fine art, folk art, abstract art paintings. I'll do your paintings for $300,000 a piece, up to $1 or $2 million each. Give me a jingle, 902-365-5044, no jive. The sports that I was really good at were soccer, baseball, hockey, and boxing, and ping pong. Now, pool is not considered a sport. You can make money playing pool if you're good at it. I won all kinds of cans of pop and chocolate bars and chips in reform school. I call them suckers. I was good at these things, so I'd take their pop and chips and chocolate bars, and I'd play in pool, and I'd beat them most of the time. I was also a good card player. We played a lot of cards and checkers and, things to occupy your time. Anyhow, the reform school was good in ways and bad in ways and ugly in ways. The best way to sum it up. Please share and subscribe tonight to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. I got more stories to tell you in the future. Whatever I can remember, I'll tell you. Anyhow, was there a lot of fights in reform school? You bet your ass. There was guys that were way bigger than me tried to pound me into the ground, so I'd hit them with steel chairs and foreign objects to get the best of them. And these guys were big, but I had a brain, and I used it. That's how I survived. There's big lads in there 6 foot tall that I had to fight. And me only being 5'6", but I'd hit them with foreign objects. Ping pong rackets, cue sticks, and other foreign objects that were nearby, like steel chairs and chairs in general. You take care and have a nice day, and bye for now. Please sub up the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. Request your paintings. I do fine art, folk art, abstract art, 902-365-5044. $300,000 a piece, up to $1 million each for a Dennis Ramsey painting. Thank you. Have a nice day.